They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got room at the 35. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Wegman. He's got him this time. Hard-hitting tackle. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Glover. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Not enough space. Touchdown, Penn State. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Running to Green. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Wisconsin's had a long list of great running backs, but those big fellas up front, that's a pipeline to pro football.
Unbelievable. Joe Thomas would be proud. Just paving the way, just physical. They always can block the run game so well, and they're going to establish it. Every game Wisconsin plays, they're going to run the football.
The Badgers are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it at the 25. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Hand off to Jones. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive line and push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Makes the grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to surge it in. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to bull his way in. He found some running room but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up fourth.
Keep that field goal unit on the sideline. It's fourth and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, fourth and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job, and huge execution on fourth down.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Oh, yeah, that was a good drive. The first one, man, that shit fucked me up.
A 14-play touchdown drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches.
No, that was all me, but I get what you're saying. That was me.
Ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
I got you.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Got a man. It's Saunders. He'll step out of bounds right in the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
We've got to give give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Dropping back, it's Wegman. Fires to the big fella. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. At the 35, he's open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reynolds. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the ground, it's Glover. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 7 over Arkansas. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Offense is back on the field. Gives it on the option. Plows through the defense. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll run play action. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside, touchdown, Penn State!
Good play.
Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant significant gap developed between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Barry Johnson. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. He'll throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
This time it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The Nittany Lions really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ivy. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Trying to get behind the defense. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a big shot. That's a big incompletion. But this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
It'll be third and long. Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. Zips it out to his man. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll give it to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Badgers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Jones. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Badgers in the hurry up. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And here's the third interception of the night. Takes it the other way. The 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the... And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Richardson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Got it. 6-9-1, Gators score. Takes a snap, wants to throw. That's reeled in, it's Reynolds. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Badgers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Handoff from the gun. Runs through a tackle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The Badgers will have it first and 10. They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Give to the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
To the air on second down. Got his man. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Badgers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Badgers want to move quickly.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Looking to throw. Right down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
The short hands, it's Jones. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. It's complete to the right. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. Defense in press coverage. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on down. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything there.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle. It's Norton. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Ivy. And they will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Virginia Tech picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Frank Beamer built there in Blacksburg, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 20 to South Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Going right to work up top. Caught behind the line. It's Mendez. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play.
Turning it on! A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill at running.
Touchdown, Penn State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. For the ages in store. We'll see as we start working that left side. There he goes. Touchdown, Badger. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
it's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score.
Set to kick off.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Here we go. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Ivy. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Firing to the right, complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Glover. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And it's right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Reynolds. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out. Inches more and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on third down, getting back a bunch of yards, and now they're in a position to go for it here on fourth.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. Fourth down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big fourth down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Ripping off a good chunk inside their 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
We've reached the 2-minute. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. The quarterback.
Good game, bro.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.